What's up guys, David from DC Tech back with another video. I've been using the Samsung Galaxy A32 for just about 2 weeks now. These are my thoughts. So to start off with the specs, the Samsung Galaxy A32 comes with a MediaTek Helio G80 processor, so not a normal Exynos processor that we see with most Samsung phones. On the camera side of things, we have a main 64 megapixel camera with an 8 megapixel ultra wide, a 5 megapixel depth sensor, and a 5 megapixel macro. The A32 is also capable of recording 1080p at 30 frames per second on both cameras, front and back. Speaking about the front camera, we have a 20 megapixel wide camera. There are different variations of this device. You can either get it with 64 gigs and 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs and 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs plus 6 gigs, and 128 gigs plus 8 gigs of RAM. So you have a wide variety to choose from. Out the box, the phone comes with Android 11 with the Samsung One UI 3.1 skin on top. We have a glass front, a plastic frame and a plastic back, but you'll be forgiven if you think that it's a glass back with metal frame. Samsung did a good job of mimicking the look of an aluminium frame and a glass back. So while recording this video, I did realize I forgot to mention the under-display fingerprint scanner and the face unlock. So in my testing, the under-display fingerprint scanner works about 90% of the time. Sometimes it misses once or twice a day, but other than that, it's quite fast and responsive. The A32 also features the optical face unlock, the 2D face unlock, sorry, and it's quite fast, but I did realize that when having the face unlock and the fingerprint recognition enabled, the fingerprint does tend to be a little bit slower, so just keep that in mind when deciding about this device. Design wise, I really like the camera design of this phone. It has a quad lens setup but has no camera bump. Instead, each camera has its own bump, which gives it a unique design. Though if you are going to be typing with the phone flat on a table, you are going to get some wobble. On the battery side, we have a 5000 milliampere battery with 15 watts of fast charging, which is a shame because most phones at this price range come with at least 18 watts or 20 watts of fast charging. This variation of the A32 is the awesome black color. It also comes in awesome white, awesome violet and awesome blue. Samsung does have a variety of colors for you to choose from. We do still see the 3.5mm headphone jack, but in the box it doesn't come with headphones, which is an ongoing trend in smartphones lately. One being that the flagships aren't getting charger bricks in the box, and Samsung is now removing the headphones from the box, all in the name of saving the environment, which I don't really get. If they're shipping a phone with a headphone jack, they should at least ship it with headphones. The phone does come with a micro SD card slot, expandable up to 1 terabyte, and it features a Super AMOLED 90Hz display that maxes out at 800 nits. So you'll be able to view things outside in the sun without any worries. Coming back to the 90Hz part, in my time using this, the phone feels very responsive thanks to the inclusion of 90Hz. but paired with the MediaTek G80 processor, you do get some stutters and lags from time to time. But when you're in game, this phone shines. Playing Call of Duty, you see hardly any stutters, and gameplay is smooth at medium graphic settings and high refresh rate. Coming back to the cameras, the main 64 megapixel captures 12 megapixel photos by default, but there is a setting where you can shoot in full 64 megapixels. But when you're shooting in 64 megapixel mode, you are going to use more space. Pictures are sharp and vibrant, and with the inclusion of the scene optimizer in the Samsung camera app, it can detect whether you have a sunrise, sunset, whether you're taking a picture of a dog or plants or even people. The ultra-wide, although the colors aren't consistent with the main camera, it still produces pleasing photos. Night mode photos aren't the best, but it does brighten up your shot quite a bit. The macro camera, I don't really find a use for it, but when you do use it, it comes out somewhat sharp and is pleasing to the eye. The depth sensor helps with the portrait mode, and Samsung software does allow you to change the style of bokeh that you have in the photo. You can, if there's lights behind you when you take your portrait photo, it can detect that and you can change it to hearts or stars or even circles. You can also do a color pop where your background is black and white and the person in focus is in color. Pictures taken with the selfie camera are also nice and sharp, and although lacking the scene optimizer on the front camera, colors are nice and vibrant. You do also have portrait mode on the front camera as well. Watching movies and videos on this phone is quite nice because of the Super AMOLED panel. You do get nice colors, and the speaker, although single firing and at the bottom, is quite loud, but you don't feel like it's only coming out of one side, although it is. Well guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Samsung Galaxy A32, and make sure you subscribe for the Galaxy A52 review coming out soon.